Hello, this is Ricardo from RPSimulations here, and I'm here to present you some news about the Embraer EMB-312 Tucano for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. The great news is that for the next upcoming update that will occur on November 2nd, the Embraer will be updated for the first time. We have bring you news about what will be on this version, and there are very cool features. The first one is we have new liveries for the Brazilian Air Force Smoke Squadron, Esquadrilha da Fumaça. We have 7 liveries with all the numbers, the tail numbers from the aircraft, so you can fly with your friends in multiplayer and see each other, each one with one specific aircraft. That is a very cool. Other stuff that we did, we implemented finally the interior of this cockpit with this new patch. And here, let's start the aircraft. Let's start the aircraft so we can show you what we have for the next update that we'll bring to this simulator. Here we have the engine starting. Let's turn on the all the systems on. Aircraft is on the way. Let's move on and let's see what we have here. We have finally implemented the smoke for this aircraft. So here, as you can see, we have a smoke system working. It will work better in flying, but it's perfectly working. You have to assign, okay, to make it work, some key or button, not for joystick or other gauge, for wing lights. So you need to go to the configurations and find for wing lights, okay, in English. If you are looking for in Portuguese, it will be luzes da asa. You need to assign a key for that, okay, to turn on. Then if you push again, it will turn off. It's very good. We also implemented new features regarding the engine of this aircraft. We have updated the performance of this aircraft to make it even more accuracy. It was accuracy, but we have a little bit more accuracy for this aircraft, and then it will reduce the taxi speed for this aircraft that was a little bit fast, okay? So now the taxi is more smooth and less aggressive. You will need to make some braking, okay, because it's as a military aircraft, it taxi fast, but not too fast as the other version, previous version, okay? So it will be a very good updated. So the taxi is more okay, more smooth, so you can turn on better, okay. The engine is more correct in this aspect, okay. Let's go to the holding point position and then take off, so we can see more about the engine configurations that we've made, because the flight is more accuracy too, okay. Let's taxi. You just go a little bit in the brakes, but it's not a big deal, okay. It's perfectly normal with the real aircraft. We have tested and sent it to the military pilots that flies this aircraft, and they say, oh, it's very close and similar to the real one, so it's not a big deal. You need to push the right rudder pedal to adjust the torque, because it's a very powerful engine with 700 engine speed, 750 if I'm correct. so it's a very powerful engine. Okay, so you need to adjust, and the taxi is just like this, exactly like this. Okay, let's set this knob to the takeoff position. The takeoff speed for this aircraft, the optimal, okay, takeoff speed, we will run the aircraft with the 7 knots, okay, 70 knots. Okay, when we reach it, then we will retract the gear. After that, we will see and keep the low level, the same level, not climbing, until reach 100 knots, and then we'll turn off the flaps to 0 position, which will speed up. Then we'll reduce the torque to something between 1000 or 1400 or 1500. Okay, livers, and then it will be very good. Okay, it will be awesome. We will climb with between 500 to 1000 feet per minute with the speed of 130 knots, not less nor more. This is the correct speed to climbing for this aircraft. Okay, let's take a look. Let's turn on, turn off the taxi lights, and then move. The outside position, it's a very beautiful livery, as you can see. This is the classical Brazilian Air Force livery for this smoke squadron, the world famous smoke squadron. And let's take off. Inertial separator off, light switch on, ignition off, strobe lights on, navigation lights on. I forgot to do it. Before I take off, let's display something. I don't know if one of you knows, but we have here a very good checklist that we provide. So you can do all the checklist that is from the real aircraft since the beginning, from the previous and pre-start checks that you need to check, passing through the engine start, takeoff, post start, and taxi. So you can follow all these procedures to learn how to operate this aircraft. It's a very cool. So let's take off. Let's turn on the radios first, so we won't have any problems. Once again here. Okay, DME. Okay, let's go. You will speed up the torque until 160 pounds. Okay. Parking brakes off and brakes on. Now release the brakes, soften, and then correct the weight with the right pedal just to keep this line, center line, correct. Make the adjustments needed to make it so we won't get lost. Once we reach 70 knots, we can run the aircraft and it's fine. Now we'll gear up and keep climbing with the slow speed attitude, almost 0, 100 knots, flaps off, and you are airborne, just very good. Keep the center line of the runway and keep climbing. As you can see, the speed is up, is very good. Once you reach the opposite holding point, you turn on a little bit the torque, turn down it to 100 and keep it between 1400 and 1600. Okay, and then you'll be flying the Tucano correctly and the correct way. Okay, you can turn off a little bit the engine and keep climbing. Now we can see the smokes. Let's take a look outside. And here we have. the Tucano with the smoke squadron from the Brazilian Air Force. You can use the smoke with all the other libraries as well, and the RAF panel, and it works with anyone. Okay, it's very good. So for this video, this is what we have to say. It will be available on November 2nd, okay, and then you can download it. If you didn't have the previous version, you will download this version as the first one. If you already have the older version, it will be updated to this version that will makes with this all these updates that we bring you. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe, and see you on the next video. Thank you.